In this second set of completing the square examples, it's just going to be slightly more complex, but if you just follow through and make sure that you're listening carefully, you should be able to pick up the skills required. If we were asked to write this in the form x plus a squared plus b, that's a signal to us that we need to complete the square. We're going to start off with the exact same approach. So put a square bracket. We're going to have x plus, this is where things started to get a wee bit different. Before we've always had an even term here, but now it's an odd term. What is half of 5? It's 2.5, but we're not going to write it as a decimal, we're going to write it as a fraction. Okay, we're going to write it as a fraction. Dividing something by 2 is just the same as writing it as 5 over 2. That means 5 divided by 2. If you're to recall that if it was a normal example, like say for example it was x plus 3 all squared, you would then subtract 3 squared. So we're going to follow a similar idea here. We're going to subtract this thing squared. This is our last term. Remember, when we're squaring fractions, if we're doing 5 over 2 squared, that just means 5 over 2 times 5 over 2, which is 25 over 4. So in this scenario, we're having to subtract 25 over 4. And always remember, we need to carry this down here. So we're still going to have plus 3. We now need to collect our like terms, but our like terms this time have fractions. Okay, they have fractions, which is fine. We know how to deal with fractions. We are just going to do this at the sides just so we've got plenty of room. So we're doing minus 25 over 4 plus 3 over 1. I want to make sure they both have the same denominator. So I make that over 4 and 12. And then I can just simply write that as minus 13 over 4. Okay, so I can now write it in the completed the square form, x plus 5 over 2 squared, and then subtract 13 over 4, 13 quarters. This one's slightly more complex because this number here is odd. When your number is odd, you just write it as something over 2. And then you square it, then you need to subtract that thing squared. To subtract a fraction squared, just square the top and square the bottom, remembering to carry down this last value here. After you've done that, just collect your like terms. So minus 25 over 4 plus 3 over 1. Simplify, and that'll be you have it in completed the square form.